On to the latest now from Mumbai in India. After the Bombay High Court had dismissed petitions challenging Mumbai Corporation's decision to allow the cutting of more than 2,600 trees in Mumbai's Aarey Forest in the city's northern part for a metro car shed, protests took an ugly turn in the financial capital. Mumbai Metro Rail Corporation Limited, the agency implementing the metro project, came under the scanner of angry protesters who rejected the agency's claim for planting thrice as many saplings elsewhere. The situation soon turned grim overnight when Section 144 was imposed in Aarey Colony and the police ended up arresting 29 protesters. They included 6 women for creating ruckus at a Metro 3 crash site in Aarey Colony on Friday night, and it is being estimated that over 200 people have been detained by the police since then. Meanwhile, the battle has reached New Delhi, where law students marched to the Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi's residence, to prevent further felling of trees. But the CGI was unavailable at that point. WION's Jessica Taneja getting us more on that.
Approximately 5 million people have signed a petition online to save the Aarey Forest from forming a human chain around trees to protesting overnight. Most people have come out in the streets and around the Aarey Forest site to save the trees and prevent the authorities from cutting those trees. The protesters don't want to build a metro car shed in the area. They don't even give in to the demands of the authorities planting saplings elsewhere to compensate for the loss. They say that these trees should not be cut. Jessica Taneja with video journalist Naushad, World is One, New Delhi.
On to the United States now, where a mass shooting has been reported at a bar in Kansas City. The gunman shot 4 people and injured 5 others. According to the police, the shooting broke out at about 1:27 a.m. local time at the Tequila KC bar in Kansas City. Reports saying that 4 victims died on the spot, while 5, those who have been injured, have now been moved to a hospital nearby. They remain in critical condition as per the latest coming in. The United States has been battling gun violence for the longest time now. The law enforcement agencies have been unable to prevent these incidents as far as their increase also is concerned. This comes just weeks after 2 separate mass shootings in Texas killed 44 people and injured 60. This year has turned out to be the worst for the country as it witnessed nearly 40 mass shootings. This year, 124 people have been killed because of gun violence in the United States. U.S. President Donald Trump and his stance on the issue has been questioned at several levels. He is a supporter of the Second Amendment and made it part of his electoral campaign to protect people's right to own and carry guns. But he came under immense pressure to address America's controversial gun laws after the August 2019 shootings in El Paso and Dayton. It is the 5th day of anti-government protests in Iraq, and the situation seems to be spiraling out of control. The death toll is over 100 now, and more than 4,000 people have been injured in the violence. Reports indicating that the police have been firing live ammunition at the protesters in a bid to disperse them. But that seems to be having little impact on ground as thousands continue to take to the streets of several major cities. In Baghdad, the curfew was lifted after a day of relative calm yesterday, but fresh reports indicating that violence has now started to escalate. The protests have been most fierce in the capital, Baghdad, but now they seem to be spreading to other parts as well. Under threat have been several television stations and government buildings, which have been vandalized and even set on fire. Meanwhile, the United Nations has also condemned the violence. The UN's head of the assistance mission for Iraq called upon all parties to pause and reflect and to hold people accountable for the reported deaths.